What ID do I need for GED registration? Are you ready to take the General Educational Development Test but unsure about the identification requirements? Let's break down what you need to know to get registered smoothly. First, you will need a valid, non-expired government-issued photo identification. This ID must include your name, date of birth, signature, and a clear photograph. Common forms of acceptable identification include a driver's license, state identification card, passport, or military identification. It is essential that the name on your identification matches exactly with the name you use during the registration process and on your test appointment confirmation. This means if you registered as John Smith, your ID should also read John Smith. If there is any discrepancy, it could lead to complications on test day. In some states, you might be asked to provide a second form of identification. This is particularly true if your primary ID does not show your home address or signature, or if your state has specific residency requirements. Examples of secondary identification include a social security card, birth certificate, or any other official government-issued document that includes your name. If you are under 18 years old, there may be additional requirements. You might need to provide documentation such as your parent or guardian's identification, a school withdrawal form, or proof of enrollment in a GED preparation program before you can take the test. It is important to remember that identification requirements can vary from state to state. Therefore, checking your specific state's rules before registering is a smart move. Without the proper identification, you will not be allowed to take the GED test. Some test centers and GED preparation programs can offer guidance on what forms of ID are acceptable and any additional documentation you might need. This way, you can ensure that you have everything ready for your test day. To recap, remember these key points for your GED registration ID. You need a current government-issued photo ID with your name, birth date, signature, and photo. Make sure the name matches your registration exactly. Be prepared to provide a second ID if your state requires it. For minors, additional documentation and guardian involvement may be necessary. Always verify your state's specific ID requirements before registering to avoid any last-minute surprises.